Hi, good morning everyone. Here we are on this beautiful sunny morning. Another day in glorious UK paradise, right? Isn't it fabulous? So, good morning, it's Caroline here from Money Mindset Coaching, and we are going to be talking about how we can shift our thinking around receiving more money into our businesses and how we could start giving away, or stop, giving away too much for too little, and really charge what we are worth in our businesses. So I'm going to be inviting Christine Murray on with us this morning. She is a fabulous holistic practitioner who really helps people shift the way they think about all sorts of things that are holding them back in life. Money, food, all sorts of different things that can be stopping you enjoying your life and being the fullest you. So she should hopefully be jumping on shortly, and maybe I need to invite her in. Let's see, guest requests. Yes, I've got that on there. Yeah, there she is. Okay, she's watching, so that's good. That's a really good start. So, I'd love to ask you some questions. I mean, how would you feel if the next time you're asked about your prices in your business, if somebody asked you, like, what do you charge? That you did a little happy dance inside and those words came flowing out of your mouth. That would be the ideal situation, right? Hi there, Christine. In a few moments, we're going to show you exactly how to do that. And if you're, please do stick around, because if you're done giving away too much of your service for free, this is totally for you. If you do anything to get rid of that feeling that you're kind of in a race to the bottom with your pricing, then this is going to be for you, this Facebook Live. And if you're spending another moment thinking about how am I going to get everything that I want this year, whether that be from holidays or saving for Christmas, did I say that word? Or new school shoes for the kids that are coming up and all of that kind of thing. If you've answered yes to any of these questions, then you are totally in the right place today. And I want to reassure you that you're not alone. I talk about confident pricing a lot, and I know it's a really tricky subject for us who run our own businesses. A lot of times people are ending up giving away too much for too little, or they're giving discounts before they're being even asked for it, or I don't know if this feels familiar, you kind of look at the person and think, maybe I shouldn't charge them that much. So there's all sorts of things that kind of run through our mind before even those words come out of your mouth. And the work that we do, that I do, and that Christine does, can really help you stop those thoughts in their track and replace them with some empowering thoughts and things that are actually going to bring more money into your business. Christine and I have a workshop coming up in September. We're really excited about that, and really looking forward to doing that. So we have a special offer that runs out on the 12th of August. Stick around, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that, but it's going to be a full day workshop in Yule. There we go. It's going to be a full day workshop in Yule in Surrey, at the beautiful Yule Courthouse Hotel. We are going to be doing confident pricing and emotional pricing, and that basically means we're going to help you design your exact pricing structure, but crucially before that, we're going to help you clear your money blocks to receiving the income that you want in. So it's going to be a really, really powerful day. So that's very exciting. Hello. Sorry, I was in flow there. I can see you online now.
Finally able to join. It just, my Facebook went down. It wasn't helpful.
That's all right. No, it's no problem. I was wittering away. Hopefully giving out some useful things. So, for those of you who don't know Christine and I, so I'm Caroline Domanska, and I'm a money mindset coach and income strategist, which means I help solo small business owners create consistent income in their business through changing the way they think about money and giving them strategies and profitable actions to take on a daily basis. Me and Christine are a powerhouse together, because what we do is we really amplify up the mindset side of everything. So not only the practical strategy, we work really hard on the mindset. So I am of the strong belief that mindset and practical action are the same sides, or two sides of the same coin. You can just concentrate on changing your mindset around money, but if you just do that and you don't take any practical action, you'll probably get stuck not taking things forward. On the same flip side, if you go with just practical action, then oftentimes you think, God, I'm doing all the logical things, why is it not working? And then actually the missing piece of the jigsaw puzzle is the mindset, the way you're thinking about things. So that leads me nicely into speaking with
the other
you,
thing, Caroline, sorry, I was just going to say the other thing is that you can get a long way, but then you sometimes revert back to your old ways unless you get right to the root of what is actually causing you issues with money.
Absolutely, yes.
As well.
It's uncovering those layers, isn't it? Getting right down to the layers of what,
peeling it away, layer by layer.
Yeah, and I think it's definitely a journey down into those layers, which is really interesting, and I know you help people access things deeper and deeper. So you tell us a little bit about your background, Christine, and what you do and how you've come into this journey.
Okay, so I've had all sorts of jobs over my life, which has probably prepared me to help all sorts of people, really.
Yeah.
But I actually got into complementary and alternative therapies because of my own health and the health of my children, which is how I originally got into it. But this sort of moving forward, when I discovered emotional freedom technique, it's just such a powerful technique. It's also known as tapping. So once you've actually learned to use the tapping points, you can actually use it on yourself to control symptoms, is how I try to describe it. So it can help you with emotional issues. So you're really scared about talking to that customer about pricing. You've got someone coming in and they're in for an initial chat. You can actually use this to help get yourself under control and to feel more confident. But as we were just talking about peeling away the layers, that's something you can do for yourself, but then you need to really work with somebody else to get to the root of the problem and get rid of it for good.
Yes, you can't always
emotional
see
freedom
what you can't see, right?
Yeah. So it's so what we're going to just think about in a little while, I think, when we've had our little discussion, is Caroline's going to pose a question, and then we'll think about that, and I'll show you some tapping points and things like that. But basically I got into this because of my family and my son. This is a completely different thing. This is a health problem. Had lots and lots of allergies. He just kept presenting with more and more allergies after he'd been diagnosed as celiac. And now he has just completed a whole year at school, which he has never done in his life before. Wow. He's 11 now, and he was diagnosed as a celiac when he was 6, but he was for a year he was sick before that. So all these allergies now are under control. He doesn't have them apart from the gluten issues around celiac. But it was just taking the whole view of somebody, not just the symptom. So there's lots of ways that doctors help to control symptoms, but it's not really addressing the root cause. Say that was a health issue, but this can help with all sorts of things, basically, including confidence, how you think about money, how you think about yourself, how you think about your partner. So
Well,
that's
isn't
sort of a
family?
bit of that.
Family's such a powerful motivator, isn't it? I think, like, when you, I mean, of course,
Yes.
seeing your little one suffering and poorly and things like that, you're really motivated, aren't you, to kind of find out what is the solution here. And I think we can sometimes get stuck in just as you say, treating those symptoms, making those short-term fixes. And it's the same kind of in our financial lives. Sometimes we just think, oh well, I'll just stop spending, or I'll just take on that client because I'm desperate to get some money, and even though they're not quite the right client for me, or some money's better than none, kind of thing. So we make these sort of
Yeah.
paper over the cracks, don't we? But actually, when we come down to it, looking at those underlying root causes, that's the way to make lasting change, and look at the real deep underlying issues, I think. And that's what you've seen here with your son, isn't it? I mean, it's an amazing story. Like,
And again,
it's so powerful, right?
thank you. But then I've really started working more with people, and I started off just doing one-to-ones, but now I've started to run workshops on different topics too. And well, we met when you ran a little mini workshop for our networking mummies group that Eleanor Richardson runs, and that was fabulous. And we just sort of connected and started chatting about maybe doing a joint workshop, because we felt that what each had to offer would be so powerful together. So
and that's the exciting thing, isn't it? We've got
and money is a great motivator with your family. When you've got your children and everything, you want the best for them. You want to try and do your best to provide and give them a great life, but at the same time, I'm sure you feel the same as a mum, you want to have something that's more appointments based, and working with clients and things, because you want to be able to spend time with your kids and but also help lots of people too.
Yes, I think
so. The more a good balance.
Yeah, definitely finding that sort of work-life balance, and you want to look back over your sort of month and say, okay, you know, this is the amount of work I did, this is the time I got to spend with my family, and this is the income I brought in. And you want all of those things to feel kind of in synergy, right? Not that you gave away too much time for too little at the end of the day. And I think and getting to that kind of, I mean, when I talk to people about why do they really want to bring money into their life, I would say a lot of time it really does come down to that. There's lots of different reasons, but family comes up time and time again, actually, as one of those really important drivers. And family, and kind of how you live your life as a family, that balance and all of that kind of stuff really comes out as important drivers. So it's not about the money, right? It's about what money can do for you and the choices it gives you and all of that kind of thing.
But the other thing with, I think the other thing with money is people make it out to be this huge thing, whereas it's just, again, it's like an exchange of energy. You're doing something for somebody and they're giving you the money. It's not, and lots of people feel bad about charging for their services, which is what we're trying to look at in this workshop, and help them to move forward and not feel bad about what they charge for a very good service.
Absolutely.
Usually.
So you talked there about one of the techniques that you use a lot is the EFTs, the emotional freedom technique, or tapping. And I'm a little bit familiar with it. I've tried it a couple of times myself, and of course I've had a lovely session with you as well of doing that. So I do know that it works. I know there's a lot of evidence around it working. I think it's a really interesting technique. So yes. So where do you think a good point is to start with that?
Sorry, Sorry, I didn't catch the last question.
Where do you think is
a good point to start? Okay, so we can do a little exercise. If you want to sort of pose a question, then I'll get people to think about how they feel about that. It's basically tapping on your meridian points in your body, so it sort of helps you focus. It helps you get in touch with how you're really feeling about something. And while people are watching, if they would like to join in, because it's something that we can do as a group, but you need to
Mhm.
focus on your specific thing. But I'll guide you through that, and we'll just do a couple of rounds of tapping, and you can see
Sure. Could we do something
what
around
that's all about.
just receiving money, kind of like that feeling of how it feels to receive more money into your business,
Receiving.
or something like that? I don't know. Is that a bit generic? Do you want me to be a bit more specific?
Yeah, we can start with that, because but you'll have the individuals or have to sort of focus in on how that makes them feel, what that
Yeah.
means to them as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. So.
So if you just start by tapping on top of your head for a minute, and just close your eyes if you're watching, and just think about receiving money and how that makes you feel. Just think about how that makes you feel. Okay, so all sorts of things might come up. A specific event might come up, might make you feel anxious, might make you feel all sorts of emotions. Just what does it mean for you? Okay, so now if you just open your eyes and sit with that feeling for a minute, sit with that feeling, and take a deep breath. And what we're going to start doing is tapping on the side of our hand, and we're going to think about that feeling, and I want you to, so it will be your feeling,
Mm-hmm.
and I want you to think about whether there is a colour associated with that feeling,
Okay.
a shape, a
Mm-hmm.
texture, and then as I say those particular words and emotion, then you say that in your head, or if you're not live like us, Caroline, they can say it out loud to themselves.
Yes.
So otherwise it'll distract other people. Okay,
Okay.
so we're going to start with a setup statement that we say 3 times. Even though
Okay. Even though.
I have this, and you repeat what I'm saying. Even though I have
Even
this,
though.
and then say the
I have.
shape,
Okay. I have this.
size,
So I have this blue.
colour. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah. So I'm happy to share what I'm thinking. So. So
Okay, well,
I
you
would
can
say.
do that if you want.
So I could say, like, even though I have this. So I describe what I'm thinking, right? So I have this blue
Yeah.
circle, blue shimmery circle.
And what that emotion is,
That feels
and where you're feeling it in your body.
it feels like anticipation. That's what it feels like, anticipation to me, which is an odd
Mhm.
feeling, right? But that's what I'm feeling, so I will go with it,
Mhm.
right? Feels like anticipation at the moment, like I'm waiting for something, right? That kind of thing.
Right. I completely love and accept myself anyway.
I completely love and accept myself anyway.
So even though
I feel
I've
sorry.
this, and then you describe your shape and emotion.
Okay, even though I have this blue shimmery circle, which feels like a sense of impatience, that's probably better. A sense of impatience. That's what it is. Feels like a sense of impatience. I deeply love and accept myself
Yeah.
anyway. Is that right?
Yeah. Sometimes as you're working on things, other things will come up. It won't be quite the right word, or a memory might even come up, and that's a good thing to jot down and then sort of try and explore that as well.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to say is it's good to give yourself a mark on the scale of 0, feeling the most comfortable you could feel, to 10, most uncomfortable, before we start going round, and then see how you shift.
Okay. So would you like me
So
to
what number are
think?
you starting with?
I feel about a 5 at the moment. In terms of intensity of that feeling, 5.
Okay. So it's just, obviously, if you've got a very intense feeling about being panicked or not deserving or whatever about money, it's
Mm,
probably going to be right up high and you're
yeah.
trying to get them. So we do the setup one more time and then we'll go around and do the points.
Okay.
Even though
Even though
I have this,
I have this blue shimmery circle
I have this,
and this feeling of impatience, I deeply love and accept myself.
I complete.
I
If you're not happy
completely
saying completely love and accept yourself, you can say
I
you're
just
a good
forget the
person
word.
anyway, or an okay person. It really depends how far down your journey of liking yourself, loving yourself you are.
Yeah. So right, shall I do that again?
Okay. Then we go to the top of the head and we
Mm-hmm.
tap there and we start shortening what we're saying. So you might just say blue on the top, for example,
Okay.
Caroline. So blue,
Blue. Mm-hmm.
circle
Circle.
on the inside of the eyebrow, circle,
There. Okay.
and yeah, and then on the outside, maybe anticipation. So you're just shortening down what you're saying as you go round.
Mm-hmm.
And then under the eye, under the
Mm-hmm.
nose. So this is just showing you the points, and you can put, as I said, put your own words to this or think them as you're going round. Chin. And then the little, just under your collarbone is the next place, which is a bit tricky. If you do about 7, just stay as long as you feel comfortable on each point if you're doing this for yourself. This is obviously a demonstration, so if you're sitting there working on yourself, just do whatever feels comfortable. Then under the arm.
It feels nice, right?
And then
Like it's
feels what?
it feels nice. It kind of, you can
Then
feel
on the
like where you're sort of releasing stuff, right?
yeah, you
Or
might
energy.
yawn. Some people
Mm.
Yeah, some people burp, some people feel hot, some people feel cold. So we're just going across the wrists now and then along the fingers, each finger just around, tapping
Oh, like
where the nail
feeling like
is. And then this is a really, really useful thing to be able to do if you're in public and feeling nervous. Just go down all your fingers, or even some people just tap their own fingers with the same
like that.
hand. Yeah, in public.
Really nice.
Now we're going to do something called a gamut 9, which if you've done any EFT, you don't usually see this on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit weird, a bit wacky, but it actually engages both sides of your brain.
Right.
So here goes.
Well, I'm
Just
up for
follow
it.
along. Close
Okay.
your eyes.
All right.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Look down to the left without moving your head and back up, down to the right without moving your head and back up. Circle your eyes around in one direction. You can watch my finger, that sometimes helps, and the other way. And now we're going to hum a couple of bars of Happy Birthday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, so now go back onto the karate chop. So that's all the points. The gamut 9, which is the one we just did with the eyes, you don't have to do every time. It helps if you're not shifting on something. So Caroline, have you had any shifts with that?
I just feel like the energy is flowing better in my body anyway. Like just from doing that and just feeling the tapping all around, I feel like the energy's flowing, and I feel like that sense of impatience sort of disappeared into a more gracious feeling of kind of openness and to receiving. Really
Okay.
nice.
So what would you
For
say
sure.
your level is now? Is it sort of near a 0? Is it 1? Is it?
Mm, yeah, a 2 springs to mind really. I think yeah, definitely feels like a more, like I say, a more gracious feeling than it did when I
Yeah,
started
go with the
off.
first thing that you. It's best to go with the first thing you think of. And like with the feelings, because you can change it after, and if the color changes, as the color change, sometimes that changes.
Mm,
So you stop and
mm,
think about that after a round, and
yeah,
maybe
okay.
modify what
Where
you're
you're at.
saying. Then if it's turned from blue
Mm,
to white, or then you go round white because you're just focusing in on that feeling.
yeah, it's a really brilliant technique, and I know because
Okay,
we've done it before, and take it further and further. You
so
do
you
multiple
can
rounds of that, don't you? With you one to one. So
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, really powerful technique,
So
and
you can use it when you're angry or in pain as well. So since I started using EFT, I haven't used any painkillers. If I have a headache, I tap on the feeling of the
perfect.
headache. So it's,
Mm,
let's say, very powerful, and it does really shift. If you're a bit skeptical, give it a go and just see how
yeah,
that works for
that
you.
checks out. That's
Most people
brilliant.
get
Thank you so
shocked.
much. Yeah, that's really lovely to do that this morning. I'm gonna feel like great for the rest of the day now. So they're the sort of techniques we're going to be doing within the workshop as well to really help people create those mindset shifts. And I think it's going to be a fabulous time back over in September. So really looking forward to working with you further and taking our group of people through that together during the day, so that not only do they end up with a
Yeah.
strategy, but powerful mindset shifts as well. It's going to be really, really powerful. So if you want to find out a little bit more about our workshop, I'll put the link in the comments, but it's bit.ly great pricing mindset. Oh, wait, I'm trying to type on my computer. That's not going to work, is it? We have a special offer coming until
The
Sunday.
workshop is also a beautiful location.
Yes, which is also lovely, isn't it? It's just so nice to give yourself that day out away from your business to work on your
Beautiful location in Surrey.
so yes, so yeah, really easy to get to. Lovely, beautiful location. We're yes, it's Surrey. Yeah, lovely,
You can
beautiful
have lunch in
location.
the lovely tea rooms there.
I'm just looking forward to a lovely day out, right? And empowering people within their business. It's suitable for anybody who is running their own business and having to set their own pricing. So we work with coaches, consultants, holistic
Thank you.
practitioners, service providers, so lots of different types of people as well. So I think that is everything for today. I'm feeling really good. Thank you for sharing that demo as well,
Thank you
Christine.
for inviting me onto your page.
No, it's a pleasure, an absolute pleasure. So I shall be. I've put the link in
Okay.
there. So
Thanks
that's
so
it.
much, Caroline, and
and we will talk again soon, no doubt. Look, watch out for some more Facebook Lives. And
okay. Take
before we
care.
start the podcast. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.